because you don't own the account or what have you. If you do own the account, but the collection agency said they were going to remove it for you, you've got a box on there for that. So you've got all these options to check a box on there and then send it in. That way, you also have an electronic record, so you know this is the date I filed it. So that 30 days hit and they haven't responded back to you, then most likely it's coming off of your credit report because that's what's supposed to happen. They don't get back to you in 30 days, then it's supposed to come off your credit report as well. So that's one of the reasons that I truly, truly like doing online when it comes to that. And then also when you file it by mail, I'm going to suggest that you send it certified. So you have a record that hey it reached Experian on this particular day and you know that they got it and whatnot. They know that you sent it certified, so they can't say that we never received it. So that's why I like online more so than the other way, because then of course I just told you I don't like you paying for stuff you don't have to file online. Is simple, it's easy, and it's free. So if you're going to send it off and you're going to send it certified, whatever it is, I mean, it's $1.30 or whatever it is, it's not a big deal, but you got to go to the post office. You got to do all those things. You got to follow up with that. I'm going to suggest that you do it that way. Another reason I say it this way is because if you file, by sending it in the mail and you have to write out your story, a lot of times we give too much information. We give information that gets us in trouble. Same thing if you call them and try to file a dispute. Sometimes we talk a little more than we should, and we give them information that may not be helpful to us getting this removed from our credit report. So if you file it online and all you can do is click a button, then it limits the possibility of you putting your foot in your mouth, if you will. So it limits that possibility. So that's why I'd like to do it online. But of course, you can do either way. You can do it online, by mail, or you can even call the credit bureaus sometimes as well. Now, what's the difference between filing your dispute online with the credit bureau or going directly to the company? Some people say you should go directly to the company as well. And I read a lot about credit all of the time. So some people saying that you should go directly to the company. Same thing. Same thing like when you call and you're making too much, you're talking too much. The reason I don't like filing directly with the company is because of that as well. Oftentimes, of course, they're recording your call and you could slip up and say something that you didn't mean to say, answering some of their questions. So I want to be careful that you don't put yourself in a bad situation or make them think that, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm make this payment next week or whatever. They get the pressuring you and you get a little frustrated and you say something that you didn't mean to say. So that's why I don't like calling the company directly. Now here's when I would definitely call the company. If the account was 8, 9, 10 years old, they only get 7 years to have it on your credit report, then I might call the company. I might call the company and say, hey, shouldn't be on my credit report. You guys got to remove it off my credit report. I might call the company. And I say might because there's different statute of limitations depending on what state you're in or where you had that collection at. And so the particular account that you have could be that technically by law, they have 10, 12 years to collect on you. Even though it's only going to stay on your credit report for 7 years, technically by law, they're only going to be technically by law they only can leave it on your credit report for 7 years, but maybe in your state they can actually collect on you for 15 years. So that's why you got to know what you're doing when you're coming in there. And if you need some professional help, who you going to call? You're going to call the 800 credit score man, so I can help you out with any of those information. All right, so look, thank you all for coming in, listening to the 800 credit score man show. Share the show. Follow me on Spreaker, Spreaker.com. I asked you guys to follow me last week. I got like two new followers. Follow me on Spreaker.com. I know you got to enter a whole profile and all that stuff, but follow me there. I'm trying to do some things, y'all, so help me do some things. Follow me at Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com. Follow the 800 Credit Score Man show there. And look, I'm come back next week and we're going to do this thing all over again. And we're going to talk about helping you increase your credit scores. All right. So, we talked about disputes today because if you get those items off of your credit report, it's absolutely going to increase your credit score. And that's going to lower interest rates that you pay and save you money at the end of the day. So before I get out of here, you know how I gotta do it. Kobe, Cameron, and Carter, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm out.